Well, hello everyone and welcome to Albuquerque, New Mexico. It is that time of year again, the Balloon Fiesta wrapping up this weekend and the playoff picture starting to take shape. We've got a Western Conference showdown for you here tonight at the Lab. My name is Tyler Ortega, joined tonight by former University of New Mexico Lobo, Dallas Bruce. And Dallas, this one, a big one for the black and yellow tonight, trying to take another step towards booking a home playoff game.
Yeah, it's a beautiful night for some soccer tonight, and getting a home field advantage for playoff is super important, so they know what's at stake for tonight. Orange
County will be looking to right the ship. They are winless in their most recent 8 matches. A tall task stands ahead as we take a look at the Western Conference standings. This is what it looked like coming into today. You do see the X there by New Mexico United. That means they've already punched their ticket into the playoffs, looking to secure a home playoff match for the second time in a row. And there you see Orange County in 9th place, not out of the race just yet, Dallas. 3 points, in fact, tonight would go a very long way.
Yeah, they're definitely playing for a win tonight, and they're trying to get into that playoff picture. Nobody wants to miss the playoffs.
Players to watch tonight brought to you by Toyota for New Mexico. It's the Greek shot stopper, Alex Tambakis. He's back between the sticks tonight, making his first start since September 10th.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him out there. He brings a lot of experience. He knows what he's doing. He's a good leader out there. He's the all-time saves leader, so I'm excited to see some saves tonight.
On the other side, he's going to have his hands full because none other than Ethan Zubak is our player to watch for Orange County. He is their leading goal scorer. He was their leading goal scorer last season as well. He's going to be looking to bag one tonight against Tambakis.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to be trying to get a goal tonight. You know, he's a true number 9. He's not the fastest, but he knows how to get some goals, so I'm excited to see him as well.
One thing to keep an eye on tonight, with a clean sheet tonight, Alex Tambakis would become the all-time leader in regular season career shutouts. So plenty going on this evening. As we go ahead and step aside, we have lineups and kickoff coming up on the other side of this. That the 2025 season is brought to you by Sandia Resort and Casino, close to home, far from ordinary.
At Blake's, we're proud to call our food fresh. We think every burger should be cooked to order and fresh off the grill. This patty's big, blockbuster big, and 100% Angus beef. Now, the finishing touch. This is a superior meat to bun ratio for the best burgers your mouth's ever tasted. Blake's Fresh Take is worth the wait.
Robert reading for Victor, and action.
Mary, I love you more than anything, but this student debt, it's like a weight I can't shake. I'm drowning.
Now you're angry. Go.
But this student debt, it's like a weight I can't shake. I'm drowning.
You're full of sorrow.
I'm drowning.
And cut. Great. We'll be in touch.
Good thing I went to C&M.
How about
Welcome back here to the Lab, as tonight's match is brought to you by Power Ford. With exceptional service and unbeatable deals, Power Ford is your go-to Ford dealership for all your automotive needs. We'll take a look at our starting lineups here. we see 4 changes for New Mexico United, including Alex Tambakis, but the captain, Kalen Ryden, in the back line after the big midweek announcement. We'll get into that in just a moment. In the meantime, let's take a look at Orange County here, as Danny Stone, he makes 0 changes to his lineup that drew 0-0 last time out with El Paso.
Yeah, I mean, they play a very similar formation to United, so they'll be pretty evenly matched up on the field. So I'm excited to see who breaks out in this game.
So New Mexico holding the edge in the all-time series here over Orange County. 4 wins compared to 3 wins for OC. 3 draws, 2 wins for Orange County. And here's a tough one for Orange County fans. The last time that Orange County scored a goal against New Mexico was in 2023. They've been held scoreless their last 3 times out against the Black and Yellow.
Yeah, that's a long drought to be scoreless against a team, so Orange County definitely be coming out trying to score some goals.
Well, we see Will Seymour on the right side tonight of the back line. The veteran just showing his versatility. This is Orange County looking to ask some questions here early on through the opening 30 seconds. It's Makwele Akale looking to apply some defensive pressure. Now, this is the second time that these two teams have met this season. As this ball makes its way into the box, it's poked out by, it looked like Orange County. It looked like Talon Maples might have gotten a touch to it, but it is a goal kick for Alex Tambakis.
Yeah, Orange County's going to come out aggressive. They are trying to get in that playoff picture, so they're going to be trying to, have a high press like they look like they're doing right now.
And that was the captain, Ryan Dogman, looking to get forward for OC. Kalen Ryden sends this ball away. A massive announcement in the midweek from Kalen Ryden announcing that this season will be his last as a professional soccer player, announcing that he will be retiring at the end of the season. And so we know Dallas, well, he's got at least a couple more games here at the lab, and for sure at least one more. Zubak looking to apply some pressure here for OC, leaves it back for Dunbar. Dunbar puts a shot on frame, and Alex Tambakis racks up save number 656 of his illustrious career.
Yeah, Orange County has a lot of people forward, have a lot of people being in the box, so New Mexico United's going to have to figure out making sure they're on their marks all night.
Ryden plays this one up to Gloucester. Flick on for Valentin Noel, the Frenchman, and you see Pinto come away with that ball. Orange County now looking to spring forward. Just losing his footing. That's Hagart. Tough break, a bit unlucky there. This one goes back to Alcazar and eventually back to Shuttler. We mentioned the second meeting this season between the two. That's Dennis Sanchez in his first season. Well, he saw New Mexico take a 3-0 victory the first time these two teams played. It was mid-May. 3-0 win for New Mexico out at Championship Soccer Stadium. It was Talon Maples scoring twice that night, both times from the penalty spot, as he did last weekend in second half stoppage time against Phoenix. As Maples tied with Greg Hurst for the team lead in goals scored this season in regular season play, each with 5. Now the difference between the two, Dallas, all 5 for Maples have come from the spot.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome to him, what a versatile player he is. He's a center back coming up and taking those penalty kicks in very crucial moments. So it's just great that, he has that composure and, that they all believe in him to take those penalties.
So the first set piece here of the evening, that's Kelly. Now Maples makes the first contact, and Gloucester, he was able to get a foot to it before it went over the end line. Chris Gloucester making his 55th USL Championship appearance for the Black and Yellow tonight. Came in last season and has really had that left back spot locked down for the most part. Dayon Harris looking to thread this ball through to Akale, and Akale just couldn't track it down, but New Mexico win the first corner of the night. Corner kicks brought to you by Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Hello, crisp, refreshing taste. Hello, Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Well, hello, Danny Stone. First full season as head coach with Orange County. Spent some time with Phoenix before then. This ball goes into the box, and no worries for Colin Shuttler that time. Ben Alcazar goes back to Colin Shuttler, and you know what? We've got time for our 5:29 game update, and that's brought to you by the Education Plan. That is New Mexico's state-sponsored 529 plan. Give your kids a better and brighter future. Learn more at theeducationplan.com. Look at our keys to the game, brought to you by the Somos Unidos Foundation. Positive outcomes for all New Mexicans. Well, for New Mexico, they're looking to ride the positive momentum. They're riding 3 wins on the bounce, fighting for that home playoff game. Try to lock down Ethan Zubak. And speaking of, that was Zubak with the ball at his feet. He turns it over. Dayon Harris plays it back to Gloucester. New Mexico will reset out of the back here. Dallas, a little bit over 5 minutes in the books. What are you seeing so far?
I've seen a lot of aggression from OC's, starting or front 3. I think they're pressing. They have a certain press in their mind, so they're, as soon as the outside backs for United get it, they're going, and I think they are getting a lot of turnovers in good spots. I think United needs to do a better job of keeping the ball, and when they are pressing, to find the open man. The only hard thing is that they are playing very similar formations, so their midfield is pretty matched up. So I think for United, they have to get the ball out wide.
Well, they've got the players to do so. Noel, he must have heard you, out to Dayon Harris. Overlap by Gloucester instead. Tries to play it into the middle. And Orange County looking to run the opposite way. Kelly sends an outlet pass. Support arriving. Cutting it back. Shot on frame, and it's saved by Tambakis.
That was a great save by Tambakis, but a great run by Orange County.
I believe that was Hagart who made that run and took the shot. Hagart this season, 3 goals and 25 appearances. This will be a corner here for Orange County. Comes the in-swinger, and it's headed out by Kalen Ryden. This is Hagart, sends the second ball back in. Naples clears that away before it can get to Dunbar.
Great clearances by United and way to stay with it until the ball was finally cleared.
That is the injury report for New Mexico United, brought to you by Ben Sherman Law. Injured at work, Ben Sherman can help. Daniel Bruce, who was recently announced, I believe just a couple days ago, underwent successful surgery on that torn ACL, and so he is now on his way back. Is trying to get fancy with it that time. That was Gomaraes. Long ball goes out for a throw-in. Well, there was a scenario, Dallas, before this match kicked off where New Mexico could have potentially clinched a home playoff game, but they needed El Paso to either lose or draw at Lexington. That match has gone final. The Locomotive take all 3 points. That means New Mexico will not be able to clinch a home playoff game tonight. But obviously they can take another big step towards that scenario, and they can look to do that next week against Orange County as player goes down, and we've got a stoppage. That is Hagar once again. Looked like Maples might have left an arm out. It didn't seem intentional.
I agree. I don't think it was intentional, but, you know, you're going to fabricate it if you can.
Chris Hagar, the San Diego native, first full season at Orange County. Joined the club on loan in July of 2024. Made 16 appearances last season, scored once, a couple of assists. Actually came up to the Sounders Academy. So look on the TLC replay. The good news is he looks to be all right, and we're back underway. Shuttler, third season with the club. He's out of Middleburg, Virginia. 16 wins between the sticks in 2023. Last season, 11 clean sheets, almost 100 saves.
Wow.
And that's obviously why he was a pick in the 2021 MLS Super Draft by FC Dallas. He's really become a mainstay for Orange County. There's Hagar. New Mexico able to come away with the ball. Back to Maples. Talon Maples this season, he has been a defensive stalwart. Leads the club in clearances and blocks. There's Vargas. Kale.
Getting fancy out there.
There's Noel. Seymour's got space, looking to play it into the box. Seymour, cross goes in and it's headed away.
That was great by United to get OC to collapse in the mid and then play out to the wide area.
That was probably the most dangerous moment for New Mexico through these first 12 and a half minutes. None other than Will Seymour, the veteran, getting upfield to play that cross in. Here's Dayon Harris. He has been impactful since making his return midseason from the torn ACL that he suffered last year. Dayon Harris scored just a couple weeks ago at Colorado Springs. It was his first league goal since coming back. He also scored in Jägermeister Cup play. Here's Hurst. Vargas, shot blocked. Dunbar able to work it out, and eventually the foul called. That's our official tonight, Thomas Snyder. Assistant referees Nicholas Seymour, Charles Rupert, and our fourth is William Hale. Well, we mentioned that match next weekend, New Mexico taking on Oakland Roots, where New Mexico can actually clinch a home playoff match. Well, we'd like to let you know that the USL on CBS Sports Network is closing out October with a championship Western Conference showdown. This New Mexico United side taking on Oakland Roots next Sunday, October 19th, 5 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Mountain Time on the CBS Sports Network. Make sure to tune in. But before we get there, work to do tonight.
Yeah, both teams know what they have at stake for their teams, and it's going to be a good one.
That ball poked away right before it could get to Marlon Vargas. Hagart now plays this forward. Flag stays down. Orange County onto something. One-on-one with the keeper. And Orange County have opened up the scoring just 15 minutes in. It's Tristan Traeger bagging the goal. And for Traeger, that is his first goal of the season.
Great finish by Traeger.
We'll get another look here in just a moment, but Tambakis really did all he could in that scenario. Dallas just attacking the ball, making himself big. Gloucester also made the run at the goal line, just couldn't keep it out at the back of the net. But for Orange County, that is a huge goal in New Mexico, now with work to do.
Yeah, a big goal in the first 15 minutes. You know, being away at the lab, and New Mexico kind of got to dig themselves out of a hole now.
And so Dallas, you've played. What is the mindset like when you're one of these New Mexico United defenders now that you've given up the goal just 15 minutes in?
Yeah, it's, that sucks, but having like a goldfish mentality, not thinking too much on it, and, getting focused for the rest of the game, trying to figure out what happened, what went wrong, and then fixing that, and, trying to get a goal, but also staying positive, but also trying to, see who was responsible and how we can fix that.
Well, we mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. That was the first goal that Orange County scored against New Mexico since July 29th of 2023. That night was a 1-0 victory for Orange County. It was Milan Alaski scoring in the 80th minute. Milan Alaski still scoring goals at an egregious rate. Just doing it in the MLS at this point. And a bad giveaway there for New Mexico as Vargas just has a miscommunication, it seems like, with Kalen Ryden. Pinto played that back to Shuttler. It was a little hot.
Yeah, I totally agree. He did a good job of collecting it and getting it out, but that was a little wobbly.
Kelly's going to also play it back to Colin Shuttler. A lot of touches for the keeper here early on. Zubak, he's been sinking in quite a bit, and this ball pinged outside. We're looking for the run of Dogman. Cleared away by Tambakis.
Yeah, great job by Tambakis to get out and just clear that ball away.
Last time out for Alex Tambakis, it was on this field almost a month ago to the date. It was a Wednesday night against Detroit City. It was New Mexico victorious that night 4-0 over La Rouge. The offside flag is up on the goal scorer, Tristan Traeger. And for Tambakis, that was the 6th clean sheet of the season. Obviously will not be getting number 7 here tonight. Ryden pings this one into the midfield. Bit of a heavy touch there from Vargas. Somehow New Mexico able to come away with it. Vargas connects with Akale. Still Akale. Finds Vargas now. Akale. That ball played out, and Shuttler might have got the worst of it.
Yeah, I think it came off his face, and that can't feel good.
And so For those watching, the crowd is not cheering the injury. This is a tradition that takes place at every New Mexico United match. It's called the Magic Minute. And so the crowd will start cheering at 19 minutes, 12 seconds. As we get another look here, and yeah, that goes right off the side of the face of Colin Shuttler. So hope he's okay. But what the crowd is cheering for, as I mentioned, they start at 19:12. That's to mark when New Mexico was officially recognized as a state. They'll stop at the 20-minute, 18-second mark. And 2018 is to recognize when New Mexico United were founded as a club. So good news is Shuttler is on his feet. And we're ready to see this Topo Chico hard seltzer corner kick make its way in. See an Orange County defender on the ground. Looks like Traeger actually. It's out for another corner. It's already the third corner of the night for New Mexico, just 20 minutes in. Orange County, they have struggled away from the champ this season. Just 2 wins on the road. This one would be massive. A lot of soccer left to go as the corner kick comes in and the header just off target. I think that might have been Talon Maples, maybe Kalen Ryden that got ahead to it. But the good news for Orange County, Dallas, is that this season they have scored first 12 times in a match.
Wow.
They've gone on to win 8 of those and draw 4. So they've yet to lose when scoring first this season.
Yeah, that's a great stat for them, and I bet they're feeling pretty good out there after, that goal that they scored. But like we said, there's still a lot of soccer to play, and anything can happen in soccer.
Backus sends this one away, and Bayguard got in the way there of his teammate. New Mexico now in possession. Here's Vadagas turning upfield. Harris now on the right foot. Harris tried to cut it back. The Frenchman, Valentin Noel, able to get it under possession.
Yeah, United's doing a really good job of being patient. They need to draw out OC's defenders and, try to make room either in the midfield or, like I said, going out wide and trying to take advantage with our speedy players out wide.
New Mexico is showing patience in possession here in the build-up. Gloucester goes back to Kalen Ryden. Kalen Ryden, he's been around for a long time here in New Mexico. Joined the club in 2020. He's approaching the 150 career appearances mark for the black and yellow. This ball ping long for Gloucester and just goes over his head.
Yeah, that was a good idea by Talon there, but just a little off the mark, just a little bit over his head. But let's see if United can pin them in.
Ball out for a throw in, and Orange County asking some questions after that one.
Yeah, I would be too if I was on that field.
Kale now goes down, and a coming together of knees. That doesn't feel good for either player.
No, not at all. You can see they're both shaken up, both still recovering from that.
Taking another look here. Painful there. I think that was Haggard who was involved in the contact. "25 minutes gone by here at the lab. It was Tristan Traeger striking 15 minutes in to open up the scoring. Hagar picking up the assist. For Hagar, that is his 5th assist this season. That leads Orange County. Harris looking to work out of the corner.
Did a good job of keeping that ball in.
Noel, he's got space. Quickly, space just closes in front of him. Seymour now. Hagar goes to close him down. Seymour finds Noel. Noel looking for the run of Akale, and it's headed away.
That was a great run by Akale. Just a little bit off the mark on that pass.
Throw in here from Seymour. It's the speedy Dayon Harris. Foul was called on Guimaraes. This is Gloucester. Gloucester, the New Jersey native. Mentioned that 4-0 win about a month ago. Gloucester involved that night, scored a 2nd goal of the season as he springs Noel forward. So a lot of patience in the build-up here from New Mexico. Harris now. Vargas connects with the Kale, but the offside flag is up on the far side, and so the celebrations will not be for long.
Yeah, unfortunate that Akale was offside. It's a great ball, or a great shot, and then I think it deflected, but, you know, nothing much you could do there.
From Miquele Akale, that would have been a big one. 2 goals so far this season for Akale, but he's more of a playmaker for New Mexico. 5 assists, 6 assists so far this season for Akale. That leads New Mexico. Naples just gets this over to Seymour. See just a little bit of a spring in the step of Miquele Akale now.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, he's the playmaker. He loves to get the ball and, you know, try to get a cross in. So I love to watch him play.
Harris makes his way into the 18 and ball poked all the way back out. Yeah, Akale is so technically gifted with the ball at his feet. He's so quick, the way he can stop and change directions. And of course, his ball striking ability. We've seen him score several free kicks over the last couple of years here in black and yellow.
Yeah, he's so fast, can always face up, even in like the tightest of spaces.
And what is that like as a defender, Dallas, defending those kinds of players?
It's hard. It's tough because you feel like you are doing so much and somehow they always end up getting the ball faced up, running towards you.
New Mexico could be onto something. Gloucester, cross goes in, and it's cleared out right in front of Greg Hurst. Benalcazar taking care of business. Nico Benalcazar, the 24-year-old. He scored 4 goals so far this season for Orange County. Came over from the FC Cincinnati system. Before that, spent some time with NYCFC, where actually spent some time at the same time there as Chris Gloucester. This ball goes in, and the header, and it's parried away. Doesn't matter anyway. Foul called against New Mexico. So going back to what we were just saying, Nico Benalcazar and Chris Gloucester actually members of the New York City FC 2 back line together during the 2022 MLS Next Pro season. It's funny how small of a world it is here in American soccer.
Yeah, very small. I feel like once you're in it, you know so many people regardless of where you end up playing.
Shetler gets rid of this as Vargas was bearing down. Well, 30 minutes in the books. Thanks for joining us here at the lab. Tyler Ortega alongside former Lobo Dallas Bruce. As New Mexico conceded a goal just 15 minutes in. Tristan Traeger finding the back of the net for the first time this season. First goal he scored actually since August 11th of last year. That came against Birmingham Legion. Orange County looking to add on another. Here's Traeger, pokes it out for Dunbar. And his shot blocked by Gloucester. The foot race ensues. Gloucester does well to keep it alive.
That was great defense by Gloucester, getting in front of the ball for the shot. That always doesn't feel good, but, that's what you need to do as a defender is put your body on the line and then wait to race and get the next touch on it as well.
How long do you feel that for afterwards?
Depending on how cold it is. Sometimes a very long time, and for me, I easily bruise, so the next day I'll probably have a soccer ball-sized bruise on my leg.
I've always wondered, the defender's so tough, right? They block a shot, they get up and walk away, no big deal. Speaking of, here's Will Seymour looking to play the cross in, and Greg Hurst has tied things up here 33 minutes in. It's goal number 6 on the season for the Scotsman, and New Mexico right back in it.
Yeah, that was a great ball by Will Seymour and a great finish by Greg Hurst.
Right on time for the Scotsman. New Mexico had been knocking and probing around the area, and finally Dallas able to break through.
Yeah, they just got the ball into the wide areas, and again, Will Seymour did a really good job of finding Greg Hurst kind of on the top of the box, and then Greg Hurst does what he does best, is scoring goals.
Well, Greg Hurst finding the back of the net for the first time in just over a month as we take a look here on this TLC replay. Tucking that one away past a diving Colin Shuttler. What a finish there from the Scotsman. It's his first goal since September 10th in that 4-0 win over Detroit City. And it couldn't have come at a bigger time. Suddenly, the energy here in the lab has shifted.
Yeah, shifted a lot. During the first couple minutes of the game, Orange County was doing a really good job of high pressing, and then after that goal, they kind of stopped high pressing, so we'll see if they go back into that high press since it's tied again.
New Mexico United goals are brought to you by New Mexico Orthopedics, getting you back to you. Maples. Kelly now looking to turn around. And great challenge there from Akale. All ball, says our center official Thomas Snyder. New Mexico now looking to counter. Here's Harris. Harris gets down to the end line. Cross comes in. Greg Hurst scores for the second time in 3 minutes, and New Mexico have taken the lead.
Wow, that was a great job by Akale. He gave the ball up, but then got it back right away, and then again, kind of the same thing of their goal, just on the other side. A great finish by Greg Hurst.
Goals number 6 and 7 on the season, coming back to back for the Scotsman, and just like that, New Mexico have turned this match on its head.
Yeah, now the energy is even crazier here at the lab. That was a crazy finish, a great cross in.
Huge goal for New Mexico, and again, that goal brought to you by New Mexico Orthopedics, getting you back to you. As Dayon Harris, the playmaker in that situation, using the speed to get down to the end line, get that ball into a dangerous area, and Greg Hurst, as a true striker is, right place, right time, great finish.
Yeah, with both his goals, he takes one touch and then they're in the back of the net.
Orange County looking to ask some questions right off the restart. Is Dunbar able to win a corner for the visitors? And so, look, there's got to be somebody out there that got up, went to the kitchen to go warm up some dinner. They came back, and suddenly it's 2-1.
Yeah, that was, within 2 minutes of, yeah. If you went to the bathroom or anything, you are going to be confused when you come back.
And so Orange County here with an opportunity off the corner. It's Hagart standing over it. Hagart tonight has already picked up his 5th assist of the season as Kelly plays it in off the short corner. And it's cleared away by Vargas.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some more urgency by Orange County now because they're down. They haven't been down at all this game, so it's a little bit different for them. So we'll see what they end up or try to do.
Seymour battling out there. And New Mexico eventually coming away with it. Orange County, they're going to be having nightmares of Dayon Harris running at them down that left side tonight. That's a look at the leading goal scorer this season for New Mexico, Greg Hurst. 7 goals on the campaign. He's already bagged a brace tonight. He's on a hat trick, Dallas. And Kalen Ryden whistled for the foul. In disbelief, the captain there. He felt like he came in shoulder to shoulder. What did you see?
I saw shoulder to shoulder, but we'll see on the replay. My favorite thing is when they go to the ref and try to plead their case, when most of the time it never changes. But this is a dangerous area to give up a free kick. It's basically like a corner, so we'll see if they kind of run it like a corner.
Kelly standing over this ball. Kelly taking his time as well. Eventually, ball goes in, and Seymour able to get the initial contact to it. Second ball, though, finds Traeger, and Traeger has also scored a brace tonight. Orange County tie things up. Goals galore here in the first half.
Yeah, like we said, the energy flipped. The energy has just flipped again. Great ball by Orange County, and a great position for Traeger to be in, and just to use his head and get a goal, his second goal.
Well, somehow Tristan Traeger had not scored in 15 appearances so far this season. After scoring 8 times in 20 last year, he's already bagged 2 over a 25-minute span, Dallas.
Yeah, he came on a mission today, and that mission was to score some goals.
And apparently, it's just going to be a battle between Greg Hurst and Tristan Traeger here tonight. It's a race to see who gets a hat trick first.
Yeah.
Battling in the midfield here, and down went Zubak. Well, Ethan Zubak was our player to watch, but it's been Tristan Traeger who's been the goal scorer here tonight for OC, Dallas.
Yes, that's just how it works sometimes. Sometimes, you know, you have a player to watch, or you have someone who's been scoring a lot of goals, and then you come into a game and it ends up being someone else, and that's a great part of, you know, playing on a team and being a soccer player. You never know who can score on what given night.
Well, we've seen 4 goals through the opening 40 minutes here. Still 5 minutes plus stoppage. Absolutely time for at least one more. Who will it be? Coming together, and Miquele Akale whistled for the foul. And if you're a fan of the spooky season, well, we've got a great kit matchup for you here tonight. It's black versus orange, with the black accents on those Orange County kits. This is a fun one. And it's been a fun one in terms of action on the pitch as well.
I agree. It's always fun to come to a soccer game and watch some goals.
Jabang, haven't said his name a ton tonight. Jabang playing in a single pivot role here tonight for New Mexico, as the offside flag was up on Marlon Vargas eventually.
Yeah, I think both teams are trying to not concede another goal before halftime.
2.5 minutes left of the first 45 plus stoppage, and Maples had to get a touch to it, and he did.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous ball. Really good job by Maples to just...
Play was stopped because of an offside flag all the way down here, but New Mexico asking why they just couldn't keep playing.
Yeah.
That looked like a very promising attack.
Yeah, I 1,000% agree. You know, I have no idea what just happened. And especially when they got the ball to Dayon Harris, he can be very, very dangerous. So I would be very upset if I was United.
Dayon Harris already with an assist tonight on the second goal scored by Greg Hurst. Dayon Harris, he's only been back for 12 games, Dallas. He's already got 3 assists and 1 goal. That tells you what kind of playmaker he is.
Yeah, it's amazing that he's back, and he hasn't skipped a beat, even though he did have such a serious injury, and, you know, he's such a great player out on that wing.
Orange County looking to cause some problems. Hagart goes to ground. Kelly looking to push forward. Is Orange County now. Ball goes in. Comes out to Dunbar. Dunbar plays it back. It's the goal scorer. Or excuse me, that was Guimaraes. And out for a goal kick. That's going to give us time to let you know, fans, that you can watch the USL Championship in Spanish. on 2TN. That is the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Incredible that the league is broadening the access to the sport there with the Spanish language broadcasts. And for those that are watching tonight that don't know, we also do a Spanish language broadcast here tonight. As our good friend Manny Esquivel and his partner can be heard here throughout the state of New Mexico in Spanish every match. So much fun to listen to. Manny, a multi-time Emmy winner. So if you get a chance, check them out. As we have now entered stoppage time. 3 minutes added on here at the end of the first half. Stoppage time brought to you by New Mexico Pinon Coffee, the taste of enchantment. Orange County looking to take the lead here before half. Cuts it back. Here's Kelly atop the 18. Kelly with a worldie. Orange County go up 3-2. 5 goals scored here in the first 45 minutes.
That was a great finish by Kelly. Way to cut it back on his left foot and just hit it in the top corner. This has been a crazy match to be a part of.
Stephen Kelly scores his first goal of the season. It's his first USL Championship goal of his career. And it caps off a 5-goal first half here between Orange County and New Mexico. Unreal.
This game has been tied. OC has been up 1. We've been up 1. This is crazy. And it's great for Orange County that they have these people who haven't been scoring come in and getting goals.
So you see another look at that finish. Tambakis did everything he could, but it was just perfect placement from the Scotsman, Stephen Kelly. Well, he scored 6 goals last year for Livingston FC in Scotland. Scored twice the year before, and so he knows how to score goals. It was only a matter of time before he got on the board for Orange County.
And what a great goal it was.
And so we've had 5 goals scored here tonight, Dallas. 3 of them have been scored by Scotsmen. 2 from Greg Hurst, 1 from Kelly. Orange County looking to spring forward once again and don't get past midfield this time. Still time for an equalizer here for New Mexico. And the way things have been going, I wouldn't exactly rule it out.
I agree. It's been a goal scoring for both sides, so anything can happen in the game of soccer.
Maples plays this over to Valentin Noel. Gloucester goes back to Noel. Seymour now. Just looking for a little bit of space to get that ball into the box. We're over the 3 minutes of stoppage time added now. New Mexico, they got to get something going forward here quickly. Instead, now Orange County looking to make a play on it. We continue. Hurst gets a flick and just out of reach of Dayon Harris.
That was a great ball by Will Seymour to switch the point of attack, switch the field, and find Greg Hurst, and he had a great touch as well.
Pinto plays this forward. Traeger ahead for Zubak. The offside flag is up. Well, how about this? We do have a hat trick here tonight, but it's not one of the usual sorts. Christopher Hagart has 3 assists tonight. He has assisted every goal that Orange County have scored in this first half. Talk about being a playmaker. He has been everywhere for the visitors here tonight. New Mexico still looking for an equalizer here before half, and they may be running out of time. Ryden sensing that, pings this ball forward. Vodgas, and doesn't matter anyway, the offside flag was up. And that is the whistle on an action-packed first half here at the Lab. Orange County on top of New Mexico, 3-2 Dallas. Your takeaways?
Lots of goals being scored. I think both teams are doing a really good job of, scoring their opportunities. I think New Mexico United can be a little better defensively, and same with Orange County because there's been 5 goals scored, but we'll see what their halftime adjustments are. Both teams could make some.
We've reached the break. 3-2 Orange County lead. Halftime brought to you by First Financial Credit Union.
Game on at New Mexico's ultimate game day destination, Sandia Sportsbook. With live wagering 7 days a week, Albuquerque's best sportsbook is ready for action. Bet at Sandia Sportsbook or at kiosk locations on the casino floor. Sandia Sportsbook offers amazing food and drink specials with spectacular views. Sports betting has come to Sandia. Sandia Sportsbook. Game on.
It's time to kick off a new kind of partnership. Meet Carmela from Bernalillo County Animal Care, who is ready to join the game. Your support helps give these amazing animals a chance to play, grow, and to find a loving home, just like Frank did. Visit your local shelter and discover the joy of adopting a new teammate. Together, we can make every day a winning game.
At Blake's, we're proud to call our food fresh. We think every burger should be cooked to order and fresh off the grill. This patty's big, blockbuster big, and 100% Angus beef. Now, the finishing touch. This is a superior meat to bun ratio for the best burgers your mouth's ever tasted. Blake's Fresh Take is worth the wait.
Welcome back here at the Lab. It is halftime between New Mexico and Orange County. Goals galore in the first 45 as the visitors lead here at the break, 3-2. Well, we want to toss it to a special video here as Best Western Hotels and Resorts has teamed up with the USL to find the league's hometown heroes. These are folks who go above and beyond, work for their clubs, and help make a big difference in their respective communities. Clubs across the U.S. were invited to nominate their hometown hero, and the 5 finalists will be honored individually by the USL. And we're going to kick things off with our good friend, Jules Myers from New Mexico United.
Every time I come and I see the kids smiling, it like changes my whole, I was like, you know what, that hour and a half was more than worth it. When I started with New Mexico United, I came through the Diversity Fellowship program. I grew up racing cars when I was younger. I said, I don't know a lot about diversity in soccer, but I know about being the only girl at the racetrack. When we talked about, let's do Kick Out Cancer, and it's like, well, what does that mean? We took all of those jerseys and put them for auction online, so all the game-worn jerseys that had the kids' names on the back. We raised $10,000 off of those jerseys for the Pink Warrior Foundation. A win for one team in a community space is a win for all.
As we move on here with our halftime programming, let's take a look at our standings. We had a look coming into this one. This is how the standings were coming into the day. As New Mexico, we showed you already, have punched their ticket into the playoffs. They can move another step towards booking a home playoff game with a win tonight. And obviously all eyes would be on next weekend. But Orange County fighting for a vital 3 points tonight here, Dallas. They're just outside the playoff line.
Yeah, they know what's at stake for the games. They're trying, to get into that playoff picture because they're not very far behind at all.
As we move on here, let's take a look at our scores from around the country. Lots of action going on here around the league. Loudoun United punching their ticket into the playoffs with that 1-0 win over Detroit City. A 5-goal shootout there between Hartford and Sac Republic. 1-2 between Lexington and El Paso. That El Paso victory actually prevented New Mexico from being able to clinch a home playoff game tonight. 2-1 Riverhounds over Indy 11. There you see on Golasso, it's 1-0 between the Battery and Switchbacks, and a 5-0 thumping courtesy of Rhode Island as Tampa struggling this season. News and notes here from around the league. Hartford Athletic winning their first piece of silverware in club history as they are your USL Jägermeister Cup champions. They beat Sac Republic 1-0 in that one. As USL Championship have surpassed the 2 million fans in attendance this season with the 9,800 fans at Louisville City at the FAM this past weekend. And Tampa Bay Rowdies, we were just talking about them as Ruben Pacius earning his first call-up for the Haitian national team for 2026 World Cup qualifying. The upcoming schedule here for New Mexico, well, the matches are getting very thin, Dallas. Just 2 left. They're both here at home. We mentioned that one next weekend against Oakland Roots will be on CBS Sports Network, and then we're here the following Friday. We've got some Friday night lights for you here on ESPN+. Rhode Island making their first ever trip to the lab. That one must-see TV as some playoff positioning will be on the line. So you take a look at your Week 31 USL Championship Player of the Week, Tobias Zarate from Miami. That is presented by eFootball. The Player of the Month, Jorge Hernandez for San Antonio FC. He takes the award for September. Danny Cruz takes the award for Coach of the Month for September. Lou City cannot stop scoring, cannot stop winning, as we have one look at our Team of the Week. Before we get out of here, Armando Moreno getting the nod, Kevon Lambert, Josh Jones, and there you see Colin Shuttler coming off the Team of the Week nomination. Halftime here at the lab. We've got more coming your way.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Wait, come back! Wait, come back, I need more help.
Take a load off you. Take a load for free.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Get double points this fall at Best Western.
Week 32 is upon us in USL Championship play, and this week on USL All Access, we have Sean Tosh, defender from Louisville City. USL Championship's all-time leader in minutes, in appearances, most goals by a defender. That means it's title time, but don't take my word for it. Incredible interview with Sean Tosh and what looks to be the run-in for one of the greatest regular seasons we've ever seen in USL Championship history. We got recaps, we got previews, we got a lot going on this week.
Welcome back here to the lab. It is halftime between New Mexico United and Orange County. 5 goals in the first 45 as halftime is brought to you by First Financial Credit Union. Let's take a look at our first half highlights. All 5 of those goals here, Dallas. And it was Tristan Traeger getting the party started 15 minutes in.
Yeah, he had a great run into the box and just had a clinical finish. Nothing really Tambakis could do. He really tried to get out and make himself big, but great finish by Traeger.
Then moments later, New Mexico come and answer back. Greg Hurst scoring this one 33 minutes in. Will Seymour getting the assist.
Yeah, great ball by Will Seymour. Way to get into the box and cross it back. And Greg Hurst just needed one touch to get in the back of the net.
And for Greg Hurst, that was his 6th goal of the season. That tied things up for New Mexico. Then, just 2 minutes later, Dayon Harris, same thing, opposite side, Greg Hurst, goal number 7.
Yeah, like you said, same thing, opposite side. Dayon Harris did a really good job of getting almost all the way to the end line and crossing it back. And again, Greg Hurst needed one touch to score.
Greg Hurst put New Mexico on top. But then Tristan Traeger, right place, right time, gets on this one at the end of it at the back post.
Yeah, clinical finish. He knew where the ball needed to go, back to the goal, and he just had a great head.
And for Tristan Traeger, that his 2nd goal of the evening, 2nd goal of the season. And then Orange County struck in first half stoppage time. This, a first career USL Championship goal for the Scotsman, Stephen Kelly. Unreal finish, Dallas.
Yeah, he did a great job of cutting it back to his left, and that's a very difficult shot to hit it across the whole face of the goal to go to the top right.
Getting it past the league's all-time saves leader in the process. Halftime here at the lab. We'll have the second 45 coming your way when we return.
In the land of enchantment, every move counts. That's why you need New Mexico Orthopedics to get you back doing the things you love. The official orthopedic surgeons of New Mexico United. Somos Unidos.
Me and my girls are anything but basic. And with the First Financial's high-five checking rewards rate, we basically love living our life to the fullest. We used to wear pink on Wednesdays, but now orange is the new pink, and we wear it from head to toe every day. Ew, you have a basic bank? I got this. Nothing about me is basic, not even my credit union.
First Financial Credit Union, not a basic bank.
Game on at New Mexico's ultimate game day destination, Sandia Sportsbook. With live wagering 7 days a week, Albuquerque's best sportsbook is ready for action. Bet at Sandia Sportsbook or at kiosk locations on the casino floor. Sandia Sportsbook offers amazing food and drink specials with spectacular views. Sports betting has come to Sandia. Sandia Sportsbook. Game on.
It is a gorgeous night here in Albuquerque. Temperatures in the low 60s. It's finally starting to feel like fall here, Dallas. We had rain on and off throughout the last couple of days, and it's provided for a beautiful evening for the 8,000+ fans in attendance. And they've been treated to an incredible first half. Now, looking forward to the second half, Dallas, what changes do you need to see from New Mexico for them to walk out with a victory tonight?
I think New Mexico needs to do what they were doing on offense and getting the ball in the wide areas and crossing them back. But I think they need to do a better job defensively, making sure they're on their marks and making sure they're getting back. OC is doing a really good job of getting players in the box, and when they do have the ball, to getting their shots in frame.
For New Mexico, there you see Kip Keller, who's coming in off the bench here as he's on to replace Kalen Ryden. You also see Carlos Moguel, so 2 halftime changes for the black and yellow as Kip Keller. That is a welcome sight there for New Mexico. Kip Keller went off injured during that match against Detroit a month ago, just 60 minutes in, making his way back tonight just in time for that playoff push, Dallas.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what these substitutes can do. We need some energy to get some goals. We're down a goal.
And so we'll get confirmation there. You saw the substitutions coming down from the top left corner. Those substitutions are brought to you by Chiba Hut. Chiba Hut toasted subs and sandwiches. And for Carlos Moguel, the Louisville area native, coming over from Lou City at the end of August, making his 6th appearance for New Mexico. He's scored once. That was a couple weeks ago at Colorado Springs. It's in that big midweek matchup at Widener Field. So we'll see, Dallas. We had 5 goals in the first half. See how many follow in the second half. It was an incredible sight to see. Some of those finishes were top class.
I agree. I'm hoping for 5 more goals.
5 more goals. We'll see about that. We're underway here at the lab. Thank you for joining us on ESPN Plus, or if you're watching around the state of New Mexico on My 50 TV. Popping right back up, that's Hagart. Well, he's been pulling the strings for Orange County through the first half here. 3 assists. He's assisted all 3 goals scored by the visitors tonight.
Yeah, he's been involved in a lot of plays, offensively and defensively, and I assume he's going to keep doing the same thing. It's been working for him.
Gomarias connects with Hagart. Stays on his feet, does Hagart. Now he's got space. Here's Kelly, and Tambakis with the early save here in the second half. That's not what you want to see if you're a New Mexico United fan. Just 55 seconds into the second half, a shot on frame.
Yeah, Orange County's coming out in the second half just as they did in the first half, being aggressive, getting shots on goal early, and let's see if they continue their high press or if they kind of step back a little bit.
So Moguel, he's come on to replace Usman Jabang in that single pivot role in the midfield for New Mexico. Turnover here. Zubak looks to play this forward, and Gloucester able to get a touch on it.
Yeah, really good job by Gloucester to get a touch and get that ball out of a dangerous area for Orange County.
Well, here goes Maples, the center back, on an adventure, and eventually New Mexico coming back into possession. Vargas now finds Akale here on the near side. Here's Akale. Still Akale. Hurst pings it off, and Valentin Noel just sends it wide.
He was in a great area, a great layoff by Greg Hurst there. I think he could have taken another touch, but overall, really good job.
Valentin Noel, he's also been an impact since being acquired mid-season. As you get another look here, it almost looked like he tried to go with the outside of the foot there.
Yeah.
Valentin Noel, I feel like I've said this several times tonight, and it's because I have, but most recent goal he scored was in that 4-0 victory a month ago against Detroit. It's the foul called. This will be a free kick here for New Mexico, as Gloucester really feeling the effects of that one. It's a TLC free kick coming up. Another look here, and yeah, that'll hurt. While we wait for this play to get restarted here, we'd like to let you know that Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Back to Keller. Keller out of St. Louis, Missouri. Acquired on loan from Minnesota United. Gloucester, cross goes in, and that was almost very bad for Orange County.
Yeah, that was a dangerous ball in, and when you're a defender, you never want your body to be facing your own goal, and that's kind of what happened. Although he was on the floor, the ball was still going towards his own goal.
Yeah, it was Latinovic who just stuck a foot out there, and Shuttler, you can tell by the reaction of the keeper, he was worried about that one. And so results in a Topo Chico hard seltzer corner kick here for New Mexico. It's Makwele Akale standing over this ball. But before that, our center official Thomas Snyder needing to have a word here. Greg Hurst and Guimaraes both getting the talking to. Pedro Guimaraes, the 17-year-old. As Akale plays this ball in. Maples! Oh, and Keller heads home from inside the box! Kip Keller puts New Mexico ahead, and it's his first goal in black and yellow.
What a great substitute way to come in and make a change to the game, and a great ball by Akale, and then a great flick on by Talon Maples.
Massive first goal for Kip Keller. And New Mexico tie things up here 50 minutes in. Look what it means to him. We'll take another look here on this TLC replay. Flick on by Maples. Keller completely unmarked.
Yeah, not marked at all. Again, a great flick by Maples just to get someone else an opportunity, and no one was on Keller at all.
Well, we had a feeling we were in for more goals this second half, Dallas. 3-3 here tonight, and we still have almost 40 minutes left.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there were a couple more goals for either team tonight.
And I mentioned that was the first goal in black and yellow for Kip Keller. That was the first professional goal of his career, in fact, and massive moment for him to come through.
A very big moment, and a great finish, using his head to get a goal.
How about the dance at the end?
A great celebration, a great dance. You know, as center backs, you don't get a lot of chances to score, so when you do score, you get to celebrate.
I'm sure the center back within you was dancing right alongside him there.
Yes.
Well, that goal was brought to you by New Mexico Orthopedics, getting you back to you, and Kip Keller getting back to himself after coming back from injury after being gone for a month. Here's Dunbar. Is New Mexico able to force the turnover? Hurst finds the goal scorer, Kip Keller. Seymour lets it run. Akale now, full head of steam. Seymour His cross was blocked. Gloucester now spreads it to Harris. Dayon Harris cuts it in. Dayon Harris has a shot and it's blocked. Latinovich got in the way that time. But New Mexico looking to ask some questions once again. Here's Noel. Hurst. Noel. And eventually it's going to make its way back to Colin Shuttler.
That's a good attack by New Mexico United, but Orange County did a really good job of not letting anything too dangerous come out of it.
Well, and for Orange County, the first 15 minutes out of the half have been particularly troublesome this season. They've given up 9 goals in the first 15 minutes of the second half this season. That is the third most in the championship this season, only behind Indy 11, who coincidentally have conceded 11, and Oakland Roots, who've conceded 10. Dunbar on the attack and blazes that one over the bar.
Dunbar's in good spacing there, and that was a good idea to take a shot. He was pretty open.
Well, goes down, no whistle. They battle it out, and eventually Pinto is called for the foul. Pinto not exactly happy about that. Malik Pinto on loan from Rapids 2. He was actually the captain of that squad. Led the team to the MLS Next Pro playoffs. Before that, spent some time with FC Cincinnati. Nasty challenge, and our first yellow card tonight, and it is Malik Pinto going into the book as Carlos Moguel took the brunt of that one. So yellow cards brought to you by Ferguson Law Firm. When you've been fouled, call Ferguson Law Firm, New Mexico's leading personal injury attorneys for over 40 years. TLC free kick. Big switch of play here, and maybe Dayon Harris would have had that if he was a couple of inches taller.
I agree, but that was a great idea by Keller to switch the ball. Him and Seymour do a really good job of switching the point of attack from that right side all the way to the left side.
And that's one of the offensive philosophies for Dennis Sanchez. You see pretty often where they start on one side and finish on the other. And he's certainly got the pieces in place to do that, especially when you have guys like Dayon Harris and Kwele Akale that can really utilize that pace to run onto those long balls. There's Hagar, cross blocked. Kelly to deliver the corner. Looking front post, and Keller able to get a touch to it. Out to Vargas. A little bit of a heavy header there from Marlon Vargas.
Yeah, I agree, and I don't think United kind of didn't know what they were doing with that.
Here's Hagart. Hagart cuts it back. Hagart out for Kelly. And a big save from Alex Tambakis.
That was a great save by Tambakis, but a great strike by Kelly. And again, Hagart getting that ball and trying to make an assist, make a play.
Kelly, he's already scored once tonight. He was looking for his second. He got excellent contact that time. Tambakis showing why he's the league's all-time saves leader. His corner comes in, back post, and unmarked, and it's saved once again by Tambakis.
Yeah, another great save within 30 seconds of another great save. Tambakis is doing a good job.
Taking another look here on this TLC replay. It was Benalcazar who was unmarked. So we're hearing that there's going to be a sub coming in for Orange County. It'll take place after this corner kick. As that one goes all the way out to Dogman. Traeger muscled off. New Mexico in possession now, and possession squandered there by Vargas. And Traeger was almost onto something there. Just a nice little looping run.
Yeah, that was a great idea and a great run. Just a little bit off that ball, and Traeger could have had another opportunity at goal.
Gloucester lost possession, got it back. New Mexico onto something now. Here's Harris. He's got support. Gloucester, and his cross was blocked by Benalcazar.
Great defense there by Orange County, but a good job by Gloucester to, even though he gave the ball up, to go get it right back.
So we will see the substitution here for Orange County, as that is the end of the night for Cameron Dunbar. He's going to be replaced here by Mohamedou War, the 25-year-old out of Japan. Spent some time with Blaublitz Akita in the J2 League last season. Mohamedou War, 25 appearances this season for Orange County, 3 goals. Naples flicks it on. Seymour has a pop. That would have been a stunner from Will Seymour had it gotten through. Going back to that flick on from Talon Maples on the Kip Keller goal, Dallas, that was the first assist of the season for Talon Maples.
Talon Maples can do it all, it seems like. He's a great center back. He goes up and scores PKs, and now adding assist to his resume.
And you mentioned his goal-scoring prowess. He has now contributed to goals in the last 3 games, as Miquele Akale makes the run forward, has his through ball cut out. But Maples, he's scored twice and then assisted a goal here tonight over the last 3 games.
I mean, that just shows how dynamic he is. Even though he is a center back, he is getting up, on corners and sometimes just in the run of play.
Harris lays it off for Noel. Back to Talon Maples. Here's Mogel. Carlos Mogel Jr. out of Shelbyville, Kentucky. That's in the Louisville area. Played for the Louisville City Academy. Was a one-club man until his loan spell out to New Mexico. Safe to say he's enjoying his time here in the land of enchantment. 6 appearances, 1 goal. More importantly, 3 wins. Hagart chests this one down. This is War. Oh, and the dummy there, and War able to get on the end of this one. Shot on frame, and it just goes wide. A great opportunity there for Orange County.
A really good opportunity. A great dummy for War to get in and get a cross in.
65 minutes. We have seen opportunity after opportunity going both ways. This one making the price of the monthly ESPN Plus subscription worth it all by itself here.
I totally agree. Six goals in 65 minutes is a great game to watch. Unless you love defense.
Unless you're a center back, right?
Yeah.
Here's Akale. Outlet here for Seymour. He's got space. Here's Greg Hurst.
United being very patient in this build-up.
Looking for the long switch there was Keller, but just overhit that ball.
Yeah, good idea by Keller to switch his point of attack.
Vargas looking to inject some defensive energy here into his squad. Ran a long way there, and eventually New Mexico come into possession. Zubak did his best to close down Noel and succeeded as New Mexico turned back to reset. Peoples pings this one forward. Here's Seymour. Mogel finds Gloucester.
United doing a good job of, if it's not on going forward, to take a touch and pull it back.
Akale surrounded by orange kits. Here's Vargas. Arlen Vargas, 3 goals so far this season in 23 appearances. Here he is. Just looking to flick that ball through to Greg Hurst, and instead we're going to see a yellow card shown to Makwele Akale for a dangerous challenge. He's trying to plead his case to the official. It's not going to matter anyway. Thomas Snyder already holding that yellow card. I don't think I've ever successfully seen a player talk his way out of one of these, Dallas.
I don't think it will ever happen. Especially when the card is already out of the pocket into the hand.
So that is a 69th minute yellow card shown to Makwele Akale. Yellow cards brought to you by the guys at Ferguson Law Firm. Got a change here for New Mexico. Jalen Lindsay on to replace Will Seymour. And so it is a change on the back line, Dallas, but Lindsay, an incredible amount of pace at that right back position. He can get forward. We saw Will Seymour getting forward a lot tonight. I expect nothing less than from Jalen Lindsay now.
Yeah, Will Seymour did a really good job of getting up and getting in dangerous spaces, even having an assist. So I agree. I think Jalen Lindsay will be trying to do the same thing.
Ball cleared away by Talon Maples. Maples from the Austin area in Texas. Played his college soccer at SMU. That is a field that New Mexico United are familiar with, having beaten FC Dallas at the SMU campus back during their 2019 U.S. Open Cup run. DLC free kick. And so this is already the highest scoring match in the history between these two clubs. The previous one, Dallas, was 4 goals. It actually happened a couple of times. The first time they ever met, actually, back in 2019, that one finished 2-2. And then there was another one in 2023 that finished 3-1. But they have never gone over 4 goals between these two. We've already seen 6 here tonight, and those all took place in the first 51 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of great goals being scored tonight. You can tell both teams have something at stake, you know, whether it's New Mexico United trying to get a home playoff game or Orange County just trying to get into the playoffs.
Foul called against Greg Hurst that time. 72 minutes gone by. Well, fans, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. SeatGeek is where you can purchase your New Mexico United tickets. They are the official ticketing provider of the club. Make sure to hop on there, grab your tickets for the next 2 home matches over the next 2 weekends, and potentially a first-round playoff game. Set piece here for Orange County. Stephen Kelly stands over this one. The Scotsman delivers. It's going to be out for a goal kick.
Wasn't a bad idea to serve it to the far post, but I think he had just a little bit too much on it for someone to get a good touch on goal.
Turnover here from New Mexico. This could be something here for Orange County. Traeger has his shot attempt blocked, and eventually Lindsay able to clear this ball away. Vargas adds on for good measure. Here's Dogman. Dogman with a little hesitation, but Lindsay using the speed to close him down.
Great defensive play by Lindsay there. United is lucky that nothing super dangerous came out of that turnover since it was right in front of the goal.
Here's Harris. War closing him down. Harris able to poke this ball through. Hurst goes back to Harris, and he sends it into the crowd.
Really good job by Harris to continue his run and get the ball back. And just needs to lean over the ball a little bit more.
Well, Dayon Harris eager to score his first goal at the Lab, Dallas. Just wasn't in the cards that time. Harris has scored at Phoenix and at Colorado Springs and at San Antonio for that matter. He's never scored at the Lab for New Mexico, as Gloucester does well to clear that ball out as Mohamedou War was closing down.
Yeah, War had some speed and he was right on the back of him, so that was a great job to get a clearance.
Corner kick coming up here for Orange County. 15 minutes plus stoppage time left in this one. Thanks for hanging out with us here this evening. Tyler Ortega alongside former University of New Mexico women's soccer player Dallas Bruce. As Kelly sends the corner in. Takes a deflection, still bouncing around. And eventually out for another corner. Bodies all over the ground.
Yeah, that was, I have no idea what was going on. So many bodies around the ball, and I'm surprised there was no crazy deflection.
Take another look here. Crashing in that time, it was Latenovic. As the ball goes back in, Tambakis out to grab it that time.
Really good job by Tambakis to get that ball and not let Talon Maples, clear it out.
Latenovic heads it out right in front of Vodkas. Jalen Lindsay in his first season in black and yellow. Charlotte, North Carolina native is Zuback now looking to create something. Pinto has a pop, and Tambakis with a big save.
What an amazing save by Tambakis, but that was a great shot by Pinto.
Tambakis telling the team, let's go. Excuse me, that was actually Silla with that shot. Didn't catch when Silla was subbed on. Actually, it happened just moments ago. That was his first action here this evening. So our attendance tonight, 8,148 here at Rio Grande Credit Union Field at Isotopes Park. It was a gorgeous night, but obviously we had a lot of rain over the last couple days, Dallas, and maybe some folks opting just to hang out with us here on the broadcast tonight.
Yeah, it's not fun to to come out and be rained on, so I don't blame them. But it's turned out to be a really beautiful night.
So we mentioned Scylla just came on as a sub for Orange County. He actually came on and replaced Tristan Traeger. So no hat trick in the cards for Traeger this evening, but he does exit the field having scored his first 2 goals of the season here tonight. A couple changes here for New Mexico as well. Luther Archimed is on to replace Marlon Vargas. Dayon Harris's night also comes to a close as he's replaced by Thomas Among.
Yeah, I think just trying to get fresh legs in the game to try to get another goal scored for New Mexico United.
Kelly hits this set piece, and the header goes well over the bar as we enter the 80th minute. 6 goals between these two here tonight. Is there still one more moment of magic left? Is there a 7th goal in this match? And if so, who's going to step up and answer that call? Usman Silla, 24 years old, out of Senegal. Came from the Houston Dynamo organization. Scored 7 goals for Dynamo 2 in MLS Next Pro last season. He's not featured for their first team. Silla was closing down another former Dynamo 2 man, the former Dynamo 2 captain, Talon Maples.
What do we say? Soccer is a small world.
Absolutely, Dallas. It's back to Talon Maples. Long ball pinged for Hagart, and
a little too much on that one.
Yeah, and Hagart, he's really racked up the mileage here this evening. I imagine his heat map would show red just all over the entire pitch.
I agree. Yes, for sure. He's been everywhere.
Silla applying some pressure for Orange County. Silla played his college soccer at Clemson. He won the 2023 Mac Herman Trophy Award, Dallas. That is given to college soccer's top player. It's basically the equivalent of the Heisman for NCAA football. And to add to that, Silla also helped the Tigers win 2 NCAA titles in 3 years.
Wow. That's great. That's amazing.
Tons of potential, and back in orange here with Orange County. It's his first season with the club. Interesting for Silla. He's only played in orange. Gone from Clemson to Houston Dynamo, now with Orange County.
It must be his favorite color.
It's got to be.
It has to be. There's no way it's not. Hopefully they're all the same orange, though, and not different variations.
So he goes back to Tim Backus. Lindsay now, and New Mexico looking to work out of some tight spaces here through the back. Lindsay and Noel just continuously threading the needle and eventually running out of time. Or did they? Greg Hurst now on the switch. Greg Hurst. Akale tries some acrobatics, and it just goes wide. While we've got a moment, we'd like to let you know that if you can't watch the match, you can turn on Sirius XMFC 157. That's North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access. You can catch that on Tuesday nights. Plus, you can also hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Orange County getting some bodies forward, and that ball just out of reach for Zubak. 84 minutes in, Zubak, he's covered a lot of ground, looking a little tired out there.
Yeah, I mean, the elevation difference from Orange County to Albuquerque, New Mexico is probably very, very large.
And for those out there that are watching that may not be familiar, Albuquerque, it is the high desert out here, and specifically here in town, we're close to a mile in elevation where we sit at the lab. Some parts of town are over 5,400 feet. So you're 100% correct, Dallas. Massive elevation differences between Orange County and the Duke City. Well, we've got two more changes coming your way for Orange County. You're going to see Ashton Miles and Kevin Partida coming on to replace Pedro Guimaraes and Malik Pinto. This Luther Archimed going down and drawing the foul. And right off the bench, Ashton Miles shown a yellow card. Ashton Miles has not had a good time on this pitch. In fact, the last time Orange County played here last season, he scored an own goal. And here tonight in his first action, shown yellow for the foul on Luther Archimed. And now, this is a dangerous opportunity for New Mexico.
Yeah, in a very, very dangerous area. Again, almost like a corner, but a lot closer.
So you see the discussion from Carlos Moguel to Kip Keller. This is almost like a corner, right, Dallas?
Pretty much. You want to treat it as a corner because it's so, far into the field. So basically you set up like a corner.
Oh, it's Moguel standing over this for New Mexico. Will the Kings of Chaos strike again? Moguel blazes this one in, and it goes over the crossbar of Colin Shuttler, and it'll be a goal kick for Orange County.
Yeah, really good idea. A good driven ball in.
Another look here, and that's exactly what you want to do. Hit it with some pace, the slightest deflection.
Exactly.
Could see that in the back of the net. And it's so tough from so close. You don't have a whole lot of time to react either, especially if you're a defender in that scenario.
Yeah. He did a really good job, like I said, a driven ball in, because anything can happen, whether you're New Mexico United or Orange County.
Akale looking to get on the end of this one and just run off the ball that time by Dogman. Here's Partida. Well, Kevin Partida, he's been at this for quite some time. So long ago, Dallas. In fact, we're going all the way back to 2017. Kevin Partida played for FC Tucson of what was then the PDL. It's now USL League Two. But why that's important is during that time, Kevin Partida played here in Albuquerque against the now defunct Albuquerque Soul. And so there's a fun little nugget for you. Back playing in New Mexico, this time against New Mexico United, as he's done for Orange County since 2022. Kevin Partita knows about the altitude difference.
Yes, he does. I do remember going to the Albuquerque Soul games growing up, so that's a cool little fact.
So nearing the 90th minute. What a challenge there from Archimed! And he was looking to connect with Thomas Among, but it was just a step out ahead of Among.
What a great challenge by him, and way to just get up and play a ball in.
Moguel now does well to win possession for New Mexico. 89th minute. Orange County now. And we've got a stoppage. Didn't see quite what happened, but New Mexico.
I saw Greg Hurst, patting at his arm saying that it was a handball. So I guess that's what they ended up calling.
It must have been what Thomas Snyder saw down there is New Mexico off the restart. Keller pings this forward. Here's Lindsay. He's got space. Archimed with his hand up. He's asking for it. Lindsay sends it in. Archimed looking to get acrobatic. Gloucester able to take it off of War. Gloucester now trying to find a window to play this in. Here's Hurst. Was looking back post. It's cleared away. War will head this out. Throw in for New Mexico. We'd like to let you know that eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball, free to play. Download now. Here's Noel. 90 minutes in the books here at the lab. Into stoppage time, and it's 3 minutes added on. Stoppage time brought to you by New Mexico Pinon Coffee, the taste of enchantment. Well, New Mexico, they've been dubbed the Kings of Chaos over the years. Situations like this, they find a way. Moguel, he's got space. Close down quickly. Lindsay now. Great touch from Moguel, and unlucky there for Among. He lost his footing, but gets it back. Among now goes down, and it's going to be a corner kick for New Mexico.
Yeah, 3 minutes of stoppage time is plenty of time for either team to get a goal.
Well, 60 seconds already gone by. Makwele Akale getting the 8,000 plus in attendance on their feet. Akale stands over the ball. Bouncing around. Couple stabs, and it's cleared away by Kelly.
Very chaotic in that box right there. Good job by Orange County to just clear the ball out anywhere.
Noel does well to keep the ball in play. New Mexico will look to attack once again. Gloucester, cross, goes in. And it's going to come all the way back to Akale. Nobody nearby for Makwele Akale to get the throw into. Akale directing some traffic. Here goes Akale now. Connects with Lindsay. And that was Moguel, who was just looking to slot it into that corner. Another corner kick for New Mexico. Corner kicks brought to you by Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Time ticking here in second half stoppage. Akale delivers. Headed out by Orange County. Noel once again gets on the end of this. Still time for another attack for New Mexico. Orange County now just hunkering down.
Yeah, Orange County just putting as many people in front of their goal so they don't concede a goal right here.
Yeah, Bacchus has no choice but to boot this one away. Here's Among. The hold-up play from Among, so good. The pass goes awry, and this will be a throw-in here for Orange County. And in fact, that is the end of an absolute thriller here between New Mexico United and Orange County. 6 goals in the books tonight, Dallas, as Greg Hurst shown there. He bagged a brace tonight, scoring twice in 3 minutes. Greg Hurst wins your play of the match honors, brought to you by Vara Winery. Greg Hurst, also your man of the match, brought to you by Pepsi, as he scored his 6th and 7th goals of the season tonight. And your Valley defensive player of the night is Kip Keller, who came in, scored his first professional goal tonight, Dallas. All right, we've had a second now that the match has ended. Give me your breakdown of that one.
A really fun one to be a part of. So many goals being scored. Not so much the second half, so you could tell that they both made adjustments, you know, going from the first half. But a really good job by New Mexico United and Orange County to get some goals scored for both of them and to get away with a point each.
Well, it ends 3-3 here at the Lab. We'll step aside for just a moment. We'll be back to wrap things up with our full-time highlights here on ESPN+.
Game on at New Mexico's ultimate game day destination, Sandia Sportsbook. With live wagering 7 days a week, Albuquerque's best sportsbook is ready for action. Bet at Sandia Sportsbook or at kiosk locations on the casino floor. Sandia Sportsbook offers amazing food and drink specials with spectacular views. Sports betting has come to Sandia. Sandia Sportsbook. Game on.
And breathe. A 6-goal thriller between New Mexico United and Orange County in the books as we finish all square, the points shared tonight. Your full-time score brought to you by First Financial Credit Union. Why don't we relive the action and take a look at how we got to this point here tonight? Your full-time highlights brought to you by Will Ferguson and Associates. It was Tristan Traeger getting things started, Dallas, 15 minutes in. That's his first goal of the season.
Yeah, a great job by him to get into the space and, you know, have a clinical finish.
And just over 15 minutes later, it was Greg Hurst finding the back of the net off the Will Seymour assist here, 33 minutes in.
Yeah, Will Seymour did a really good job of getting up into dangerous spaces, and Greg Hurst doing what he does best, scoring goals.
And for Will Seymour, that is his 3rd assist of the season. The veteran making some plays from the back line. And then, 2 minutes later, Dayon Harris gets down to the end line on the opposite side. Same thing for Greg Hurst, a one-touch finish.
Yeah, a great job by Greg. Again, get just the one touch and scoring a goal, and that was a great job by Dayon Harris.
For Dayon Harris, that too, his 3rd assist of the season. But then, moments later, 4 minutes later, in fact, Tristan Traeger, back post, 2nd goal of the night.
Yeah, Traeger did a great job to get his head on that goal and just sending it back towards the goal from being on the far side.
And at that point, Dallas, it looked like Traeger and Greg Hurst were going to be trading goals, but then others got involved. Stephen Kelly puts this one away in first half stoppage time. It's his first USL Championship goal.
Yeah, a beautiful goal by Kelly from getting onto his left foot and crossing it the opposite side of the goal.
And then in the second half, Talon Maples with the flick on. Kip Keller scores his first professional goal. Talon Maples picks up his first assist of the season. New Mexico tie things up.
Yeah, Kip Keller was unmarked in the box and did a great job to getting his head on that goal, and a great job by Talon to flick it on.
And that's how things ended here tonight. We'll take a look at our full-time stats here as New Mexico, Orange County finish up 3-3. As we mentioned, New Mexico, they're back here next Sunday as they host Oakland Roots. They'll be looking to come away with 3 points and lock up a home playoff spot as Orange County still battling, trying to make their way into the playoff picture. And so that will do it for us here this evening. For everyone part of our broadcast, for our producer, Kerry Williams, for Dallas Bruce on color, my name is Tyler Ortega. Thank you for watching.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.